Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I got the wrong link. That's why. Mm, yeah. So you studied, Akshay?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Did you study?
Ma'am, 1 second. Just 1 second.
No. It's going and checking now. Huh?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you study?
Somewhat, ma'am. NCRT I studied, ma'am.
What does this somewhat means?
That's what NCRT I studied. That PPT I didn't study. Like NCRT I fully studied.
NCRT you studied.
Oxygen Berlin. That's all. Ma'am, ask me any question, ma'am. I will answer.
Okay, I will ask. Satarani.
Ma'am, NCRT, ma'am. Like from PPT also you can ask. But I didn't study PPT full detailed. So most of the things I'll remember from PPT. If I missed something, ma'am, you will only help me out, ma'am. Ma'am, even you have NCRT textbook with you.
I have.
Oh, then correctly you asked.
Which are the auxins which are used extensively in agriculture and horticulture practices?
Ma'am, what?
Yeah.
Oh, what, ma'am?
Which are the auxins that are used extensively in
I
agricultural?
know there is no particular auxin. All auxins are used.
All auxins are used.
Like
Give me the
this
examples of
technology.
all the
I
auxins
told you,
that
I
you
did
should.
a very particular example correctly you want means what
Actually, you will look into the textbook
what is
and
it?
say, Noda.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Butyric acid. Indoor butyric acid.
Huh?
Indoor
Indoor?
butyric acid. Indoor
Okay.
butyric acid.
Okay.
And then that NAA we learned, ma'am, naphthol acetic acid.
Naphthala.
Ah,
Naphthalene.
naphthalene acetic acid.
Then
That's all I remember.
2,4-D dichlorophenoxyacetic acid.
That also, ma'am. That also.
Indole butyric acid.
I told you, ma'am. First only I told you, indole butyric acid.
Indole acetic acid.
I didn't tell that.
So please, these three, one, two, three, four, these four names, no? I read it from
Indole
textbook.
acetic, indole butyric, indole acetic acid, naphthalene acetic acid, 2,4 dichlorophenoxyacetic acid.
Yes, out of this NaA and 2,4 are synthetic auxins.
Yes, ma'am. Next question, ma'am. You ask, ma'am.
Which hormone induces parthenocarpy in tomatoes?
Which, ma'am? Auxin only.
Okay. A hormone which is also used as a herbicide.
Herbicide. Oh,
Yeah.
gibberellin.
No?
Auxin only then.
Yeah. You read the textbook.
Auxin. Correct. Auxin.
I
In
just
auxin that dichlorophenoxyacetic acid.
Then what does that how does it act as an herbicide?
Ma'am?
How does that act as an herbicide?
Oh, ma'am, it kills those weeds, but it does not affect the plants. Ma'am?
Once again, just hold on. Go to your NCRT.
1 second, ma'am. 11th grade. Ma'am, page
Page number 249.
200. Ah, yes, ma'am. Physiological effects, gibberellin.
Ah, okay. So if you go to that beginning of the page, you see a goodie paragraph of oxen there.
They
249.
kill dicotyledonous weeds, does not affect mature
Yes.
monocotyledonous plants.
Yes, yes. So it's so easy for me. I remember yesterday I told you that they will ask you incorrect statement, correct statement.
Ma'am,
Identify which of the following are correct statement.
one question I got wrong, ma'am, in entire what you asked me.
Entire what I asked, because those other questions are simple ones, memory based, direct ones. These are things that you should understand and practice and remember. So
Yes, ma'am.
what if you didn't know this statement and you thought, okay, auxins will affect mature monocotyledonous plants. This is what you read the textbook. In the Lakshatla Padipiya.
No, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Just
I
that one
told you,
unit
no.
I missed. Everything else I know properly. You saw like what I answered the question.
What you answered?
You asked ma'am, more questions you ask. Only this much you have asked. You ask, ma'am. You
Mm,
see, ma'am. I won't make mistake anywhere.
mm. Okay, never mind. Now we will go to the next
Ma'am, wait, ma'am.
cytokine.
When you ask question,
No, I am
the
done
two
asking.
scientists made it because of the disease Gibberellina funghi something. First Gibberellin
Gibberellin,
because
because of the disease name is Gibberellinava.
disease. What, ma'am? Disease was caused by Gibberellina something. Disease name was Sabine.
Bakene.
Bakeni, that one.
What is Bakene?
Bakeni means something.
Foolish seedling disease.
Yes, ma'am.
Name of the scientist involved in the discovery of oxen.
Kurosawa. Oh,
Oxen.
Fritz Wendt.
Okay. And what is the name of the scientist involved in gibberellin discovery?
Kurosawa.
And from which organism did he discover it?
What is that plant called?
I'm asking you, you're asking me back.
Gibberellina funghi something.
Fujikuroy.
Fujikuroy.
Yeah, that's an old name. That name has now changed, but it's okay. You can stick to Gibberellina fujikuroy because that is the name that is there in your textbook. Which is the first gibberellic acid to be
GA3.
extracted?
GA3.
GA3. Okay, very good. Now we come to the cytokinin part.
Ma'am, you saw.
And so what?
Ma'am, cytokinin abscisic acid is there, no, ma'am?
That is yeah. So till
Ma'am,
all
wait,
these
chapter
are all,
not over. We have photoperiodism. Oh, that is very small, long day, short day
we
plants,
have 3 more
photoperiodism.
sessions to complete.
Ma'am, photoperiodism very small. Already I know long day plants, short day plants, day neutral plants. And then definition of photoperiodism.
First, let me complete what I have to complete today, and then we'll talk about the other things. Okay.
Yes. When is NEET gonna be there, ma'am?
Once again. It will happen when it has to happen. You study when you have to study.
I'm studying now only. Ma'am, as soon as we finish biology, no, ma'am, give me like 1.5 weeks. I'll finish studying entire biology. After that, only mock test.
Hey, are you very well thorough with the concept of recombination and linkage and chromosomal theory of inheritance?
Ma'am, from Mendel chapter, yes, ma'am. If I study it once and you ask
It's
me any
not
question,
Mendel's chapter.
it is molecular basis of inheritance, but linkage and all is there in Mendel's also, recombination and linkage.
No.
Yeah, ma'am, it's there in recombination. That
No.
experiment is there now. Drosophila melanogaster, and then linkage.
That is
All that
in
is there in Mendel's. Mendel's this thing only.
Mendel's this thing, it is there in molecular basis, no?
Ma'am, recombination
Sorry,
linkage,
principles of inheritance,
principles of
yes. Actually,
inheritance.
this
So,
entire thing is there. Linkage and recombination is there in principles of inheritance.
yeah.
What is the difference between the experiment that was conducted by Morgan and the experiment that was conducted by Mendel?
Ma'am, Morgan did those Drosophila melanogaster, no?
Organism we did. Okay, I
Ah.
understand. He did in animal, he
Mendel
did
did
Mendel.
dihybrid
Apart
cross.
from that,
Mendel did dihybrid cross and monohybrid cross.
uh,
And then that, what is Darwin, Morgan only, you know, melanogaster.
melanogaster is Morgan.
Morgan told Mendel used it based on genes, no ma'am. And Morgan told chromosome inheritance, based on chromosomal inheritance. He told that based on how they're present on the homologous chromosome, whether they're present close genes, how the genes are present on the chromosomes. This Morgan was telling, and Mendel was just talking about inheritance of genes. And Morgan gave chromosomal theory of inheritance and told how inheritance from like this chromosomes, how they this thing and DNA, how they this thing are almost similar.
Okay, but I'm asking you, what Mendel did and what Morgan did. There is this fundamental difference. One difference is there. Big difference which
Inheritance
Mendel
of
couldn't
genes,
find out.
inheritance of gene.
Okay, let me just rephrase this. So basically, Mendel spoke about inheritance of gene. Yes, correct. What you said is correct. And Morgan said that these genes are present on the chromosome and then they are inherited, and he gave in terms of chromosome. That's
Yeah.
also agreed. But
Yeah.
my point is, one thing that Mendel missed, and that was found out in the
Recombination and
Morgan.
linkage and recombination.
Okay, correct. That is good. Now tell me why Mendel was not able to do that.
Why he was not able to do that?
Why did Mendel, like everything? See, Morgan also did the same procedure as that of your Mendel's crosses.
Mendel.
Okay. Yeah. He also got in the F1 generation the similar this one genotypes and everything. Okay. But when he self did, then he saw certain variations in the.
This Morgan didn't do self crossing. No, it was two parents involved. No, gametes were there.
No. Morgan also did selfing of F1 generation. Yes, he did the same thing as that of Mendel. Okay, procedure wise, both are same. But where did Mendel, why Mendel was not able to find, but he was able to find? Okay, what are the different laws of Mendel?
Laws of segregation, law of incomplete dominance, and law of independent assortment.
Law of incomplete dominance, dominance.
Law of dominance, sorry. Law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. Dominance is that recessive dominant trait in presence of that one will be expressed, another won't be expressed. Law of segregation is before gamete they segregate right before they're inherited, such that each has 50% chance of getting this thing. And then independent assortment is what is that, ma'am? Law of independent assortment. Wait, even I forgot.
Tell me that law. That is the important law I want you to state.
Wait,
don't state, explain.
What they tell? Wait, ma'am.
What is assortment?
Oh, separate. Oh, yeah. When two or more alleles for same character are present, the alleles segregate out such that one of them only receives this thing.
No. That is law of segregation.
No, ma'am. Wait, ma'am. There's some small difference. No. Wait. They segregate. Wait, ma'am. Alleles for different genes, they get segregated into gametes, and the allele which one gamete gets is not influenced by the allele other one gets, or doesn't influence the other one, or something like that.
That is the whole thing. You got it wrong. It is not the allele we are concerned about here. So law of independent assortment comes when we are doing only dihybrid cross.
Dihybrid cross. Like, ma'am, the inheritance of pair of one trait does not influence the inheritance of pair of another trait. That's all.
Correct. Yes, that is basically the genes are not like connected with each other. Yes.
Yeah, independent. Ma'am, they get assorted independently. One does not depend on the other.
Yeah. So Mendel, the 7 traits of Mendel is there. No. The 7 traits of Mendel were located in 4 different chromosomes. They were not
Hmm.
located in the same chromosome as that of the Morgan's experiment. Okay,
Oh,
that is
Morgan
why
was same chromosome.
yeah, listen to me
Same
first, then
chromosome.
I'll tell you, then you can tell me your thing, okay?
Hmm.
Because you know the content, but you don't know it fully, and you will tend to make an error. Because I recently saw a question and I thought I should ask you whether you know this well or not. Okay.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So when you talk about the Mendel's genes that he worked upon, they were not present in like the same chromosome. They were all present in different chromosomes. Okay. So as a result of which they were independent of each other. So if you take tallness and if you take the height of the plant and the shape of the seed, they both were not linked with each other because they were in two different chromosomes. When the chromosomes are placed on this, I mean, when the genes are present on the same chromosome, that is when they get linked. Okay. And that the traits that Morgan chose for this one was linked. I mean, they were all present in the same chromosome. They were present in the X chromosome. Okay. So that is how this linkage concept Morgan was able to do, but Mendel was not able to do. That's why Mendel's law of independent assortment cannot be, like stated for Morgan's work.
Because Morgan studied all the distinct present on one single chromosome.
Yeah, in the same chromosome,
He was
the
able to
traits
do
were present.
linkage, recombination, and all because they are all involving in the same chromosome.
Correct, exactly. Got the concept here.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you see your textbook, there is this one picture, okay, of molecular, like parental type, non-parental type.
Yeah, that linkage. The ma'am, this dude
Yes,
Morgan means bright-eyed, yellow body, miniature wing, those things only. No, female,
correct,
male.
correct. Yes, yes. So basically, he did two crosses. One was with the eye color,
Yeah,
dihybrid cross. He did with eye color and what was that? Body color. Then
miniature
the
wing,
other one,
miniature
another
wing.
cross he did was only the wing and the eye color.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, the thing is that, like, if you see the crosses, okay, there will be this percentage given. You need to know the percentage very well. That is parental type
97.8%, 97.8% parental type, 1 point
and
something percent
1.3% non-parental type is
non-parental type.
given for one
Yes.
cross.
Yeah.
Yes. Then in another
98.7
cross,
parental type, 1.3% non-parental type. Another one, 33 point something this thing, and 60 something non-parental type.
correct, 60 something non-parental type, no? So
Mhm.
actually, what can you understand from this percentage?
In one, there is more this thing linkage, in another one, there is more recombination.
So where that means, what is the final conclusion from that? When I
When
say there
genes
is
are
more
present close to each other, there is more
uh,
recombination. When they're present far away from each other, there is more linkage.
தப்பா உல்டாவா சொல்லியிருக்கேன்.
Sorry, when they're present close to each other, more linkage, less
Uh,
recombination. When they're present
uh,
further away from each other, less linkage, more recombination.
correct, because then only crossing over can take place.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So this concept and the numbers that are given there, make sure you're knowing the percentage.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
for which traits he did the cross also, it's very important, okay?
Mm.
And on which chromosome it was present also is very important.
Mm.
Okay, so make sure you're learning these things because they'll definitely ask a question. And if I give you the thing like certain values and ask you to find out recombination frequency, how will you find out?
Ma'am?
If I ask you to find out giving a cross, how the recombination frequency, how will you find out?
Oh, that is there. No, recombination by total progeny into 100. Number of recombinants by
Okay.
total number of progeny into 100.
Okay. Very good. Now, if I give you like genes and tell them like, like say, for example, there are 3 genes A, B, C, and I give you the distance between these genes. How will you find out or the recombination frequency of these genes? Okay. How will you find out that how these genes are present? Like
What,
which
ma'am?
order? See, if let us consider three genes, okay, A, B, and C.
Mm.
Okay, I give you the recombination frequency between B and C, A and B, and A and C. Okay, now I
Okay, so
asked
give
you,
me three genes and
yeah,
difference between them.
yeah, I asked you like what order they are present. Are they present in A, B, C order, or B, C, A order, or C, A, B order? Which order they are present? How will you find out?
So we know distance.
Yes, we know the frequency basically,
Huh.
recombination frequency.
I don't know this, I think. My tutor
Okay.
taught one kind of question like this. You have to do something and you will get to know. You have to draw a line and all and do.
So here basically the concept of centimorgan comes into place. So the
Mm.
distance between two genes, okay, it can be measured by something called as centimorgan.
Oh yeah, I remember this. My tutor, ma'am, he
Yes.
did some problem in NEET or some problem he had shown
Yeah.
like this. They had
Yeah.
given
Yeah.
distance and recombinant frequency and some weird XXX and all he drew and he told
Yeah.
this
It
is
looks
the
complicated, but it is very easy. Okay. So when you talk about that centimorgan, it is written as small c, capital M. It is also known as map unit. Okay. So if
map,
you say 1 centimorgan is equal to 1 map unit,
mm,
which is equal to 1% of recombination frequency.
which is 1% of.
Recombination frequency. So if I
Mm,
say, let's say the recombination frequency between B and C is 10 percentage and A and C is 30 percentage.
mm.
Now you give me a rough estimate of how the genes will be placed.
A and
A and C is 30 percentage. B and
ah.
C is 10 percentage.
So I think it will be ACB.
A, B, C.
How?
Why? Because see,
Oh,
which is the
recombination is
largest?
more when distance is more. Sorry.
Huh.
Correct.
Yeah. So that means if 30 percentage I'm saying means 30 centimorgan or 30 map units is the distance between A and C. And B of course should come in between
Mm,
A and C because it's only 10 percentage. That is 10 centimorgan. Understood the logic here?
mm.
Okay. So make sure that you are going through these kind of questions. Just sort of telling you like because these are portions you generally like tend to avoid those diagrams and all in your textbook of XX chromosome, XY chromosome and all, you tend to avoid, but question definitely can come. Okay.
Mm.
So be thorough with your concepts. Now coming to cytokinin and also what is the um, lifespan of your fruit fly?
Lifespan of.
Fruit fly.
Oh, Drosophila melanogaster. 1 week, I think.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 14 days.
Huh. Now, why I'm saying this is if you go to net and type this, you will get the answer as 40 to 50 days.
Oh, ma'am, I don't search in net and all. I have my notes for it.
No,
Modern
I'm
technology.
telling you, like if you like randomly take a question and Google and see, or if you're doing any online mock test or something, the answer, like some people will go with 40 to 50, but you
That
stick
will be
to what
14
is
days.
given in NCRT.
Yeah, because that's why
40
he
to
chose
50
those flies. No,
days
the
is
life cycle, the lifespan is very short. That's why he took those flies. No,
yes, yes, but there is a
40 days and
contradiction
all
between
full day.
NCRT's value and your value that is given, the original value.
Mm,
NCRT says 14 days, no,
mm.
but the Google says 40 days,
Whoa.
40 to 50 days. Yeah, so
Google is
you
dumb
need to be,
sometimes.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
all
cool.
user-fed information. That's why Google is.
Hmm.
You never trust Wikipedia, ma'am.
Mm.
Wikipedia is all user this thing. Like the source for information from Wikipedia is the user. So I can go put Taj Mahal was built by not by
Mm.
Shah Jahan, by Narendra Modi. If too many people do that, Wikipedia will
First,
automatically change Taj Mahal's Wikipedia to Narendra Modi. Like whoever built it will become Narendra Modi on Wikipedia. Hello. Ma'am, you're muted, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me, Akshay? Hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry. You were speaking, and then I got a call, and I couldn't inform you also. Yeah, tell me, what were you saying? You were saying something.
Oh, ma'am, I was saying Wikipedia is so user made.
Yeah, you should never trust Wikipedia sources because anyone can edit it. No.
Yeah, that's what.
That's why. So you can't trust them. Uh,
That's what I told ma'am. I can say Taj Mahal was built by Narendra Modi, and people in Colombia or some random country like Cambodia or some random place will actually believe it.
okay.
And in their quiz,
Um,
like, who built the Taj Mahal, they'll be like Narendra Modi. Ma'am, you saw he's spending $1.8 billion on building a house and
mm,
this thing and what is that called monument.
I
When
know.
people are
Uh,
living in our country. And supposedly third wave will attack kids, it seems.
it's already attacking kids.
Like first wave, old people. Second wave, like middle-aged people. Now third wave, they're like young people.
Mm.
So I should get vaccinated, but how, ma'am? I'm only 17. They won't put for me.
Yeah. Okay. Coming back to this, let us first finish it. Cytokinin. Okay. So cytokinin is also a growth promoting hormone. Fine. So now when you talk about cytokinins discovery, so I told you every hormone has its own story of discovery, right? So when you talk about cytokinin, there was this person called Skoog.
Skoog.
What's his name?
Skoog.
Skoog, yes. So he was working with a plant called tobacco callus plant.
Mm.
Okay. Now what happened was like okay, so one more thing is callus is nothing but a group of cells. Just a
Ma'am,
like
callus we don't know in tissue culture.
correct,
Part of plant
exactly.
taken for this thing.
Yes, undifferentiated tissue, that is a callus.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So this particular Skoog was working with tobacco plant, and that is when he actually
Mm.
observed. Okay. Like he basically what
Mm.
happened was that in this there was this proliferation. Okay, on
Mm.
addition of auxin. Okay, so what he did is he took different like from different this one, like he took from coconut milk. Okay, from the sperm DNA solution, yeast, okay, and extracts of vascular tissues. All these different solutions he had, okay, and all these different solutions, what he did was he was able to see the growth of this tobacco plant whenever he added auxin into it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he basically cultivated it. You will have a culture, no.
So, oxide means what about cytokinin?
Wait, we are coming to it. So he basically took a culture in that he was able to see these tobacco callus. Tobacco callus is nothing but the tobacco plants that dividing
Undifferentiated.
cells. Yes, undifferentiated cells. So that he used different solutions like the coconut milk, sperm DNA, yeast extract, and vascular tissue extracts. So in
Hmm.
all these things, he added oxide and he was able to see the growth of this plant. That is, this tobacco callus was different, like dividing. Okay. So he
Oh,
was
ma'am, this
wondering that,
cytokinin.
yeah. So, well, let's wait. We come to cytokinin. Okay. So
Hmm.
what happened was that he then there was another person called as Miller.
Hmm.
Okay. So Miller was able to extract a component called zeatin.
Zeatin.
Yes, zeatin. Okay, from maize endosperm.
Ma'am, was cytokinin discovered just now? The picture is full color and all.
Yeah. So basically, zeatin is a type of cytokinin. Okay.
Hmm.
And it will promote cytokinesis. What is cytokinesis? This is a
Division
thing
of
that we have
cytoplasm.
already studied. Huh?
Division of cytoplasm.
Division of cytoplasm is called cytokinesis, right? So
Hmm.
Skoog initially was able to give a rough idea about something called as cytokinin existed. Okay. So how
Hmm.
did he do that is because in these solutions where this tobacco plant was growing, okay, he discovered something called as kinetin.
Hmm.
Okay, so kinetin was like a particular component, okay, which was promoting the cytokinesis thing. Okay, so
Hmm.
that particular kinetin does not occur naturally in plants. Okay, but he was able to extract that when he did this experiment. So
Oh,
that
ma'am.
was the beginning of cytokinesis. Skoog, the
Hmm.
first person who started it. Yes, that's how the cytokinins discovery started. Then it was Miller who finally was able to successfully extract the cytokinin called as zeatin from the maize endosperm.
Zeatin.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. And then finally there was this.
Hmm.
Just a second. Hello. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
This is why I generally don't like taking class early. And people keep calling and it irritates me. Okay, fine. So then the discovery of cytokinin happened. Okay, and they discovered that cytokinin will help in the process of cell division. Okay,
Hmm.
now you asked me, no, why he added auxin.
Yes, ma'am.
Cytokinin along with auxin promotes cell division.
Hmm.
Okay,
Cytokinin promotes cell
along
division,
with
basically
auxin. Yes,
cytokinesis.
yeah. It is like a combined friends kind of a people. Like they can't do it separately, but yeah, they do it together. Even auxin helps in cell division. No,
Hmm.
we learned it earlier. No, that's how the apical meristem and all is growing. Correct.
Hmm.
Yeah. So along with that, even cytokinin is also a hormone which is part of it. So
Hmm.
you can find this zeatin hormone, the cytokinin zeatin hormone in coconut milk and corn kernel.
Coconut milk and
Corn kernel, this corn ka, that thing is there, no? The
hmm.
long corn, the original, not the one you get in the frozen ones. The original corn.
Hmm.
So in that also you can find the zeatin content in it. Okay.
Hmm.
So where can you find these cytokinins generally? Cytokinin will be found in areas where there is like cell division happening. So definitely you can find it at the root and the shoot tip.
Hmm.
Okay, because in the root tip only like lot of growth of root hairs will occur, right? So there you can find. Then in the case of fruits, okay, these young fruits will divide, no, they'll become multicellular. There also you can find. Then in shoot buds, when the bud has to grow, that means cell division has to happen. There also you can find cytokinin. So cytokinin you can find of wherever there is growth happens because of cell division. All those places you can find cytokinin hormone.
Hmm.
Okay. Now we come to functions of cytokinin. So general function, we already know that it helps in along with the auxin in cell division. And we also know that zeatin is an example for cytokinin. Till here is
It is
clear?
there in maize plant, endosperm of maize plant.
Yeah, from there only he got it. Apart from the maize plant, where else you can find it? You can find it in coconut milk also, and you can find it in corn kernels also.
Hmm.
Okay. So when you talk about cytokinin, cytokinin will increase the rate of cell division. It will like more cell division will happen whenever there is cytokinin than the normal rate.
More cell division.
Yes, yes. Okay. Now, in one way, it acts opposite to that of your auxins. See, auxin was promoting the growth of the plant, no, apical dominance.
Hmm.
You remember that is only in height it was growing and the lateral
In
buds
those,
was not growing.
yeah, lateral buds were not growing, and then
Yeah,
deeper where it was
yeah.
not there.
But after a point of time, a plant has to stop and then it has to grow laterally also. No, it can't just simply grow tall, right?
Yeah.
So there should be
Cytokinin, I
someone
think,
who
will help in lateral growth.
exactly. So cytokinin will stop the apical dominance and promote lateral growth.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, that's one function of cytokinin. Okay. Now, when I talk, then the next one is delays senescence. Again, since it's promoting, so I think if you see auxin delays senescence, even your gibberellin delays senescence. So all these growth promoting hormones, okay, they have the ability to delay aging.
Hmm.
Okay. So even cytokinins will delay senescence. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Cytokinesis will do senescence. It will delay
Cytokinins
senescence.
is the kinin. Yeah.
Cytokinin.
Now, it will also help in the transport of nutrients.
Hmm.
Okay. So when I say transport of nutrients, that is these nutrients from different parts of the soil, like it'll be taken from the root, it'll be transported to different parts of leaves and all. No. So this movement of all these nutrients also will be taken care by cytokinin.
Hmm.
And another important function is it will help in the development of chloroplast.
It will help in development of chloroplast, and it will delay senescence.
Yes. And it will also help in mobilization of like all the nutrients and minerals.
Hmm. Mobilizing
Okay.
nutrients, delay senescence, and it will form
Yes.
more function chloroplast. What, ma'am?
Yes. We learned that in auxins will promote adventitious root growth. Remember?
Yeah.
A cytokinin will promote adventitious shoot growth.
Root growth. Okay.
Shoot, not
Hmm.
root, but shoot.
Hmm.
Okay. And it also promotes in the growth of young leaves.
Hmm.
Morphogenesis in plants, plant tissue culture is induced by which hormone?
Morphogenesis.
Yes.
Cytokinin.
Morphogenesis is nothing but yes, cytokinin only. Morphogenesis is nothing but growth in the shape of the plant. Morphologically, it is growing. That is, it will have root, shoot, and all those things. So the main hormone for that is cytokinin.
Hmm.
Okay, and if in case if they've given auxin, then it will be auxin and cytokinin together.
Hmm.
Okay, so these are the different functions of your hormones. So with that, we complete 3 hormones. What are the 3 hormones?
Auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin.
Yes, auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin. Now we'll move to the next one.
Oh, I thought class over. I was so happy.
No, no, no.
I was like, whoa. Because it was
Class
like 1
over.
hour for class over.
1 hour. We started when 6:32 or something. No.
Now 44 minutes over.
Yeah. So let's see ethylene.
What is
Okay.
ethylene?
So ethylene is the only gas hormone. Okay.
Excuse me.
And ethylene is a growth promoting hormone, as well as it's also, in some cases, it also inhibits the
It's a,
growth. What?
it's a gas.
Yes, ethylene is a gas.
Hmm.
It's in a gaseous form. Rest all are organic compounds. No, we saw, right? They were all either butyric acid or something like that. No, they were all organic compounds. But in the case of ethylene, ethylene is the only gaseous hormone.
Hmm.
Okay, so how did ethylene's discovery come into play? Is what we have to see. So this is something like you can actually do it at home and also see. So if you take a ripened banana, the one that is like too ripened, okay, and place it next to the fruits which are not ripened, after
Hmm.
some time or after a day or so, you will see that the other fruits also ripe.
Ma'am, what? After what, ma'am? What did you tell?
Okay, so what happens is like you take a orange and you take
Hmm.
a banana.
Hmm.
Okay, now this banana is already ripened. Okay,
Hmm.
and orange is also kind of ripened.
Hmm.
Now, like what will happen is that when you are placing these two together, the orange will ripen more and faster. Okay, when you keep a ripened banana next to the orange will ripen faster.
Does that actually work?
Yeah, reason is because like this person called Cousins. His name is Cousins.
Wait,
Okay.
so if I actually take a yellow banana and keep it near like green orange, orange will become orange faster.
Yeah, it will ripe faster. Okay, that's because of this release of this ethylene gas, and that was discovered by this Cousins. So the person who discovered ethylene is called as Cousins, H. Cousins.
Cousins,
Yeah,
like cousin brother.
no, no, no. The name is itself Cousin.
No, that's what, like the literal cousin brother, that same spelling is
Yeah,
there.
yeah, Cousin. Yeah. So, see, either way you can do. Either you can keep a ripened orange next to the banana, or you can keep a banana next to a ripened banana next to an orange.
Orange. Either way, any two fruits, ma'am, only for orange and banana or any?
Right, yeah, like see, the ones which have to ripe, normally it is the case, but this reaction is seen faster in bananas. Like normally itself, if you see, no, if you keep banana for like a long time.
Hmm.
Aish. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, one second.
Yes.
I think someone is calling. I didn't cut the call or what. Why can't I hear you? Give me a second. I can just see you raising your hand.
I can hear you, ma'am.
Now yeah, there was someone who called in between. That's why. Okay. So yeah. So what happened was that these oranges, okay, it was observed that these oranges were releasing some gas-like structure, a volatile substance, and that particular substance later on was discovered as ethylene. So because of ethylene only, banana was getting ripened faster when it was kept near oranges.
When it was
Okay.
kept near.
So that they spray in case like these people, if they want the fruits to ripen faster than the usual and then sell it off, they generally spray externally also ethylene. So ethylene helps in ripening.
Is that healthy?
It's naturally fine. Artificially, no.
So basically, whatever they're doing is not at all good.
Yeah, but it is profitable for them. So yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Now again, there are a lot of functions here. So I think we will go ahead with this tomorrow, because I want you to study whatever we studied today till cytokinin and come tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're going to revise and come.
An answer session. Any
Ah,
question
what?
you ask, any question you
Eh,
ask me,
eh,
I took.
you told me the same dialogue yesterday, da.
I answered, no, ma'am. Today I answered only one question. Only one
That
question.
also should not be there. No, it's a fresh
Okay,
thing. You
ma'am.
should not
Tomorrow,
do that.
any question from NCERT you ask me, ma'am, like this I'll answer. You
We
will
will
only,
see. Da.
you will be like, is this the student? Is this my student? You'll be like,
Oh yeah, I will be happy that way. But yeah, let's see. Let's see.
yes,
Cool.
ma'am.
I, I'll catch up with you then tomorrow. Yes, revise and come.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Bye, ma'am.